My name is William S. Harris. I go by Bill, and I have been practicing law here in Tarrant County for 40 years. You've asked me to explain the difference between the use of force and the use of deadly force. Force is kind of almost like what you learned in physics if you were unfortunate enough to take it in high school. Force is power acting on an object. When I punch you in the nose, that's a use of force. When I put my hand on your chest and I push you away from me because you're in my face, that's a use of force. When I slap you, that's a use of force. When I take a pole and push you away. Those are things that may cause what's called bodily injury. And bodily injury is anything that causes, and this is statutorily defined, bodily injury is any injury which causes pain or impairment of use of your body or part of your body. It does not include the things that are called serious bodily injury. Serious bodily injury is something that meets the definition of bodily injury, but goes beyond that and causes a substantial risk of disfigurement, extended or permanent loss of use of a bodily member or organ, death, or the possibility of death. Now, serious bodily injury is something that may justify use of deadly force. If you come toward me and I need to stop you from doing something. Let's say I've got a fenced front yard and you walk through the gate and I don't want you there. And I ask you to leave and you say no or something stronger. And I am then justified. I could walk up to you, I could push you back through the gate. I can, if I'm physically able, I can spin you around and shove you out of the gate. I can punch you if you keep advancing toward me. What I generally speaking can't do is shoot you or use any form of deadly force. Pull out a knife, use a club, a bludgeon, something like that. I cannot use that level of force under the circumstances I've described so far. I would be required instead to retreat, in the face of that. Now, if, on the other hand, the person who is trespassing and coming toward me is displaying and threatening me with a deadly weapon, then he is threatening me with deadly force. That is not in itself deadly force, but he's threatening me with it. Because I made the distinction earlier between displaying the firearm being force and using it being deadly force. However, because I'm under threat of deadly force, then I may respond with deadly force. And so it's very much dependent on the facts and circumstances that exist at the time from the point of the view of the person claiming self-defense. If you're reasonable and a person in your position would have been reasonable, then your self-defense may be sustained. If no reasonable person in your position would have done what you did, then in likelihood your self-defense claim will not be sustained.